God, that's essentially tremors. So Battle, here we are in front of my 71 Oldsmobile, and I got a new oil pressure sensor. It's D8050. You can get it at your local auto parts store. See, here's the blue wire that goes to my oil pressure sensor. And there she is. That's the old one. And this is a deep socket that is just big enough for the oil pressure sensor. Oh, you're not supposed to use the socket on the engine while it's on. They're designed so that you can put the oil pressure sensor in there and it doesn't damage the spade connector on top of it. There, that's all it takes. Make sure our blue wire goes back on the oil pressure sensor, and she should be ready to go. We'll see if she starts, Battle. I haven't run her since last weekend. Let's check these lights up here to see if my oil light will test. It doesn't. Nice. So let's go ahead and fill the carburetor with fuel, and then I'll press the gas to the floor and see if she'll start. And you know what? I would tend to believe that the spark module in my distributor is bad because it's not even coughing. So this is the old module. I got the new module sitting in there. Let's get these Phillips screws in there. It makes me think I should go back to points, Battle. I've had so much difficulty with this daggone HEI module. It's been replaced at least twice on the side of the road. Let's hope this fixes it, Battle. There, you just kind of hold your tongue right. Now for the rotor. She'll only go on one way because of the notch in the rotor right here. Come on, long-winded son of a gun. All right, got the rotor on. And then the cap only goes on one way because of this notch. So before we put it on, we can hook the coil up to it, and then we can hook my 12 volts up to the coil along with the tap signal wire. Come on, old 64. There. Get the wires from underneath the daggone cap. And then she'll sit there. Get the little feet rotated around. And she's on there. So Battle, we got the new HEI module in there. We'll see if she starts now. Wish me luck, Battle. Here goes. Yep, she's sputtering. That means it was that HEI module. I tell you, those are trash now, Battle. Well, she wants to start, Battle. She finally started after pushing the pedal to the floor multiple times and changing the HEI module and everything, Battle. So she's running. Can you hear that lifter tick? I can. Now it seems like it might be coming from the driver's side. Oh, maybe from up front here by number 2. And she died. She's still got fuel. Let's give her some fuel. She's not going to start. I'd almost bet that HEI module is dead again, Battle. Maybe my coil's bad too. I had difficulty with my HEI coil in my HEI module. So I got some aftermarket parts from the Performance Warehouse. So I have a new coil and I have a new module, and we can put them on there. There's my distributor cap. Got 12 volts that goes to the coil here, and my tack adapter. So she looks like she's all in one piece. The tabs inside the distributor cap don't look like they're excessively worn. Got my multimeter here. Got the distributor cap. Got a Phillips screwdriver. And here's the old module that we pulled off. But let's go ahead and get to this coil. Make sure that this right here is in your HEI cap, because if you don't have this little tang right here, then your coil is not going to ground properly. Here's the old coil cover. Here's the old coil and the old hardware. Okay, battle. Here is the cap with the new coil and coil cover on it. Let's go ahead and get this installed back on the distributor and see if she'll start. I already took the distributor cap off. I'm going to take the rotor off, and I have a new module to put in here with some thermal paste that I got from the International Shopping website. There. It's about time. Got the distributor rotor off. Now let's take this module out. Here's the failed module. And it's got some of that thermal paste on the back that I got out of that ketchup packet from years ago. And it should sort of fit in place and not slide around, because there are little nubs on the bottom of the module that seat it in place on the distributor. Make sure you put the rotor in before you put the distributor cap on. I almost put the distributor cap on without the rotor. I would have been mad at myself, battle. So now we're ready for the coil. Make sure your feet are pointed out. Man, this has been fighting me, battle. Let's see if she'll start. Let's fill the carburetor with fuel. All right, give her some fuel. She wants to start. That's the new module. She's charging at 14.3 volts now. Let's see how much voltage our distributor's getting. 14.6 volts back here on the stud of the horn relay. With that 20 W50, the lifter tick seems to have subsided. Tell you, it sure is fighting me tooth and nail, battle, but at least we got her started today. She's still not hot at all. I'm gonna let her run for a while. I detected just a little bit of popping out the exhaust when I revved up the engine some. That's an Olds 455. 183 right behind the thermostat. I was almost expecting her to diesel, but she didn't. Wanted to try to impress the Bono's truck sitting right next to her. Well, thanks for helping me out today, Battle. Make sure you check out one of these other videos that I did on my Oldsmobile in the past. And I'll see you next time, Battle. Nice. Sorry about that, Battle. Get the fender cover on my 71 Oldsmobile because the paint is actually pretty decent on it. Don't want to damage anything.